Welcome to our fascinating journey into the world of misconceptions and myths. Today, we're diving into some of the most popular facts that are actually untrue. You might be surprised at how many things we take for granted as true are, in fact, completely false. You know those things everyone just accepts as true, even though they've never really thought about them? These are the so-called facts that have been passed down through generations, often without anyone questioning their validity. We're talking about those things. The kind of stuff you hear at parties, read on the internet, or even learn in school, but never really stop to question. From goldfish memory to Napoleon's height, these myths have been around for ages. Did you know that goldfish actually have a memory span much longer than 3 seconds? Or that Napoleon wasn't as short as people think? Get ready to have your mind blown, or at least slightly nudged. We're going to explore the origins of these myths, why they persist, and what the actual truth is. Let's debunk some myths together. By the end of this video, you'll have some great conversation starters and maybe even a new perspective on what you thought you knew. So sit back, relax, and let's get started on this myth-busting adventure. You've probably heard that humans only use 10% of their brains. This myth has been around for decades, and it's often repeated in popular culture. It's a popular idea, often used in movies to suggest we have untapped potential. Films and TV shows love to play with this concept, showing characters unlocking hidden abilities or gaining superhuman intelligence. But the truth is, we use all of our brains. Every part of the brain has a known function, and brain imaging studies have shown that even during simple tasks, multiple regions of the brain are active. Brain imaging studies show that even simple tasks activate multiple brain regions. For example, when you're reading a book, different areas of your brain are working together to process the words, understand the meaning, and store the information. Think about it. The brain is a very energy-demanding organ. It uses about 20% of the body's energy, even though it only makes up about 2% of our body weight. This high energy consumption is necessary to support the complex functions our brains perform every second of every day. It wouldn't make sense for evolution to develop such a large brain if we only used a fraction of it. Over millions of years, our brains have evolved to become highly efficient and specialized, allowing us to think, learn, and adapt in ways that no other species can. So, the next time you hear someone say we only use 10% of our brains, you can confidently tell them that it's just a myth. Contrary to popular belief, bats aren't actually blind. While many species rely on echolocation to navigate and hunt in darkness, they still have functional eyes. In fact, some bats have excellent night vision, even better than humans. Echolocation is just another tool in their sensory arsenal, allowing them to build a more detailed picture of their surroundings. Poor goldfish. They've gotten a bad rap for having a 3-second memory. This myth has been around for ages, making people believe that these little creatures are not capable of remembering anything beyond a fleeting moment. But it turns out, goldfish are much smarter than we give them credit for. Contrary to popular belief, these fish have a much longer memory span. In fact, they can remember things for quite a long time. Studies have shown they can remember things for months, not seconds. Researchers have conducted various experiments to test the memory of goldfish, and the results are fascinating. They can recall information and adapt to new environments with surprising ease. They can even be trained to recognize their owners and perform simple tricks. Imagine a goldfish swimming through a hoop or following your finger around the tank. These behaviors indicate a level of intelligence that many people don't associate with fish. So next time you see a goldfish, don't underestimate their mental capacity. These little swimmers are more than just pretty decorations in a tank. They have the ability to learn, remember, and even interact with their human companions in meaningful ways. Goldfish are truly remarkable creatures, deserving of our respect and admiration. The Great Wall of China is undeniably impressive, but can you really see it from space? Not with the naked eye. While it's incredibly long, it's also relatively narrow and blends in with the surrounding landscape. Astronauts have confirmed that it's very difficult to spot from orbit. Napoleon Bonaparte is often depicted as a short, power-hungry emperor. But the truth is, he wasn't actually that short. The confusion stems from a difference in measurement systems. At 5'6", he was actually average height for his time. Parents have been telling their kids not to crack their knuckles for generations, claiming it leads to arthritis. But rest assured, knuckle crackers, studies have shown no direct link between the two. That popping sound? It's just gas bubbles being released in the joint fluid. It might be annoying to some, but it's not harmful. We've all seen it, kids bouncing off the walls after a sugar overload. But numerous studies have debunked the link between sugar and hyperactivity. It's more likely that the excitement of a party or special occasion is what's causing the hyped-up behavior, not the sugar itself. Picture a Viking warrior. What do you see? Chances are you're imagining a horned helmet, but this iconic image is a product of 19th century romanticism, not historical accuracy. It's a classic image, a matador waving a red cape to enrage a bull. But here's the thing, bulls are colorblind to red. They charge the cape because of its movement, not its color. The story goes that even Einstein failed math in school. It's a comforting thought for those of us who struggled with algebra, but it's simply not true. Einstein excelled in math from a young age. Does shaving really make your hair grow back thicker? Nope, it's just an illusion. When you shave, you're cutting the hair shaft at an angle, making it appear thicker as it grows back. But shaving doesn't affect the hair follicle itself, so it doesn't change the hair's actual thickness or growth rate. Don't worry, you're not swallowing 8 spiders in your sleep every year. This creepy, crawly myth has been debunked time and time again. Spiders are more afraid of us than we are of them, and they're not intentionally trying to crawl into our mouths. That warm feeling you get after a sip of alcohol? It's a bit of a trick. Alcohol actually lowers your core body temperature. It dilates blood vessels near the skin, making you feel warmer temporarily. But this effect is misleading. It depends. Mount Everest is often called the tallest mountain in the world, and it's true that it reaches the highest altitude above sea level. But if we're measuring from base to summit, then Mauna Kea in Hawaii takes the crown. Most of Mauna Kea is submerged, but when you factor in the underwater portion, it's significantly taller than Everest. They say lightning never strikes the same place twice, but that's just not true. Tall buildings and other prominent structures can be struck multiple times, especially during the same storm. In fact, some places, like the Empire State Building, are struck by lightning dozens of times each year. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed debunking these myths, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more fascinating facts. And remember, just because something is widely believed doesn't make it true. Keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep those brains of yours working. See you next time.